Okay, guys, welcome back. So, the gods give you inspiration like in the bathtub or something, right? So, this is going to be adults only. If you're underage, please scoot out now. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this last night and was like, oh my god, I was so dead tired. Let's say you have a one night stand with a god. Okay, it happens. You hook up with a god. You don't even maybe you don't even know their name. Hopefully you do. Hopefully you do. But remember, no names, no specific names in the comments. Okay, you hook up with a god, and you do the one night stand thing, and they start acting funny every time you've seen them, and the god has caught feelings for you, and you don't realize it. I didn't realize it when I was younger. We're talking about decades ago. I was quite the free spirit, as older viewers know. And I'm not ashamed of what I did, but I was keeping things casual with the gods. I wasn't interested in committed relationship. I guess you'd use the word player today, or what would you use? I wasn't like using my partners, but I definitely was in it for the fun times and hanging out and loving them, but not being in a committed relationship. Okay, so I treated them well. I treated my partners well. They all knew about each other. They all knew about each other, and but I wasn't in it for the commitment, and they all knew that. And I was, kind of young to settle down anyways. I think, for me, I had to mature in a marriage. Anyhow, I had, some one night stands, some flings with a couple gods, and some are good with that. Some, like, they're the same way you are. You want to hook up for the night, you're sexually attracted, fine. I'm not going to be able to monetize any of this. And, you have the fun, and maybe you see each other later on in life, and hopefully it's not weird. Hopefully you can face each other the next morning. But sometimes the god catches feelings. Sometimes you catch feelings, and that's where you move into, like, seeing if they want to pursue a relationship on your end. But I never knew this god caught feelings, okay? And the god started becoming all weird and grumpy and hostile with me all the time, and I was like, what is wrong with you? Sometimes gods catch feelings from one night stands. It happens. You tell them, and everybody was agreeing at the time that I was in these relationships. Hey, it's casual, it's nothing serious. You're just gaining experience and you're learning what you like and you don't like everything. Um Gods can catch feelings. Gods can catch feelings as same way we humans can, and gods can decide, I like you, I want a more permanent relationship. And so what do? The god comes up to you like the next day or starts appearing in your dreams, and you're like, hey, we were just having, sexy fun times. What do you mean we're in a relationship? Um if you two talked about it before and you still don't have any romantic feelings towards them, like I'm in love with you, I want to have at least start dating or something, tell them as gently as possible. You don't owe it to anybody to date them, even a divinity, if you truly do not feel any chemistry there other than sexual, you don't owe it to them. Just tell them that. Be gentle. Be gentle. Don't be a douche about it. Be gentle. Be nice. Be like, I loved what we did. That was magical and wonderful, but that's all I wanted to do. And, maybe you want to do that again sometime, but you really don't want a relationship. I would say try to have a one night stand with a god you would have a cup of coffee with at least the next morning. The continental breakfast if you were in a hotel. And try to aim for that. But seriously, if they come to you and they're like, "I want a relationship now," it's entirely up to you at that point. It's entirely up to the person that's being approached, where it's a god or divinity. And let's say you do want to start a relationship. That's okay. A relationship that grew out of a one night stand is nothing to be ashamed of. It can, as it did in my case, end up turning into a marriage, one of many. All my gods know. Um, and there's nothing wrong with that. You might feel weird or stigmatized because society has this stigma about just hooking up with someone for sex. Not so much now, but in my day it was like a huge stigma. Only bad people did that. But just because you have this lustful relationship, or this one night stand or whatever, it can grow. It does not have to, but it can grow into a committed relationship. If you're down for that, you can just date. You can, the sky is the limit. You and the god have to sit down and say, here's what I would be comfortable with doing outside of sex, outside of the bedroom. I'm comfortable with, what are you comfortable with? And then say that. And, They can catch feels, so they can catch feels, they can fall in love with you, and you know, it happens for them just like it does for us. Sex, you know, sex is a bonding mechanism, right? It kind of bonds us to our mates sometimes. You know, they always try to say, oh, that gender over there always falls in love from sex. It can happen to anybody, any gender, no gender at all. It can happen from sex. It can happen from just knowing each other for a long time, whatever. But yeah, gods can catch feelings. Be respectful. Be respectful. If you want to date, if you want to hang out, you know, totally do that. You don't have to marry. Marriage isn't for everyone. But if you want to get married, then you know, see God spousing. You know, 101. See the God spousing playlist. And you know, if you want to share stories, again, no names, or I will ban you because, you know, that God has kids here, that God has children here, that God has, you know, spouses here that do not want to hear this. Did you ever have a one night stand with a God turn into something special, something more meaningful? So, you know, fill in the details below. I'm gonna get this channel banned. So, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.